Okay, so many people are looking for love. We do many things to attract a romantic partner, lose weight, get a new wardrobe, hit the hottest club.
But that loud shirt or blaring music has nothing to do with attracting the man or woman of your dreams.
Yeah, people who are looking for love so often focus on these superficial things they feel will help attract a mate.
Sad but true. Here to take us through a whole new level of how to attract a partner, our international releases and love gurus, Heiko and Selina, husband and wife team. Hello, good morning, Sapaki, and welcome to the Breakfast Show.
Welcome to the show. Now,
okay, we're just a bunch of love cynics, okay? Well, I am at least.
So
you've got a lot to convince us here with.
But first, start by telling us what a releaser is. What is it that you do?
Well, a releaser supports people to let go of any emotional blocks, past pains, griefs, fears, negative beliefs and programmings about yourself that hold you back.
Me when he says that?
Not intentionally.
Like he knows.
Yeah.
Okay.
So anyway, continue.
And releasing is a way really effectively to let go of whatever old hurts or pains you might carry on your hard drive. Whatever virus is still on that hard drive.
Baggage, in other words.
That's baggage. Right.
Okay. And so it's not just, is it just about relationships, or do you deal with other issues?
We deal with issues across the board. Besides relationships, there's career, money issues, health issues, whatever issue in a person's life, you know, when they don't feel happy, when it's not optimum,
right?
When they're what we call blocks, obstacles in their life. So it could be anything. Even children come to us.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like counselling.
Yeah. So what does a session entail?
Yeah.
It's more than counselling.
Okay.
It's practical, you see. It's not just talking about it or getting to understand it. It's also getting to the root of it. That's the main thing. What's actually causing the obstacle that's going on now? And what you see now is only on the surface. Because the root of it, what created it, might have been 10 years ago, 20 years ago.
And you don't know. It just sort of carries on.
Yes, it creates a pattern.
Oh, you've forgotten.
Yes.
Now, how did the both of you become love gurus or international releases?
Well, for me it was, I attended a workshop with Dr. Lindwall and his wife 20 years ago, a releasing workshop.
Right.
And I started releasing first for myself.
Oh.
And it had such a great effect for my life. And I saw what great effect it had on other people that I just wanted to go deeper in that subject. So I kept releasing and learning more. And then after a while, assisting on their workshops. And I just found it's my calling. It's what I feel I have the best job in the world. And then Selina
and that's where you met Selina, I presume?
No, we met in Singapore.
Yeah.
Oh.
And, well, I wouldn't even call it sparks, you know, it was an explosion.
Oh, wow. That's so fantastic.
Sure.
Anyway, okay. And now you mentioned Dr. Lindwall. Now, this is a technique that you use.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
Well, so, see, it's similar like a computer. You know, we store data on our human hard drive, but not all the data, all the information, memories are actually really positive or happy. So in the same way, there's a delete button on the computer. We have something similar as well. So we always say the soul is the computer operator, and the brain is part of the computer. So the computer has a delete button. Most people don't know that we have a delete button as well.
Okay.
So if you, for example, have a feeling, let's say self-criticism, you know, goes in your head. You maybe try to tell yourself, I'm a beautiful person. But the little voice says, no, you're not. And you criticize yourself. So when you make a decision and speak out and say, I release to criticize myself all the time, that is like using the delete button on the computer. And whatever
So
you
it's
let
just
go,
use
lets
it.
go of you as well. Yes, you verbalize it out.
Oh.
And that's very powerful.
Words are powerful.
Yeah, so actually telling yourself things, speaking out loud to yourself helps.
But using the words I release, and what you release is very specific.
Right.
So it's not just I release to feel bad. So it's breaking it down to specifics. How are you
I
feeling bad?
refuse to feel bad about.
I release.
Right.
I release. So the release is
Right.
the delete, right?
Right.
So I release my fear. What is it that you feel bad? Fear, anger,
Right.
pain.
Okay.
So it's as easy as that, or do you have to keep repeating it? Is it a
It is as
effective
easy as that.
method?
So we have also muscle tests where
Oh, to see if you believe it. Or something.
That's one way, but they're also with different organs in the body. There's specific tests that lead to the specific organs. So you can first test that it's weak. If it's weak, give the releasing statement, test it again, and it's solid strong. So you know that's been released.
Oh, wow.
It can be as simple as now saying a statement over the table, but in the process often you go into deep relaxation and let subconscious memories come to the surface. And then the process entails that you trace back when was the root of something created. So it can be, for example, if someone is afraid of water, it can be that he or she fell in the water when she was 2 years old but forgot about that.
Right.
But in that session, when you're in a relaxation, it allows in a very, very natural and gentle way that memory come to the surface. And then those feelings come up. Those fears maybe come up, feeling of panic come up, and then you release it and let it go. And it's really effective. Otherwise,
this is how you heal a diseased body, as per your...
But it's also with hearts, right? So very much to do with love. So a lot of people don't allow love to happen. It could be when they were 15, 16, 18 years old, their first love. And it was a bad breakup. So the heart feels broken. And in that extreme pain, especially with first love, but it could be love throughout life, you know, when it's romantic love. And then people make decisions on an emotional level to say, I close my heart now.
Yeah.
I'm not going to allow this ever to happen. I'm never going to really fall in love again. I need to protect myself. And that's a decision that they make that really happens, especially emotional decisions. And it's very difficult then for love to really enter, to really feel love, to not be in the heart. But also from that comes beliefs about men or women.
Right. Okay. So, but say, for example, somebody who is out there looking for love, in that sense, what do they first have to believe? You know, you go out and you have, a lot of us have an idea of the perfect partner, funny, tall, handsome, you know, honest, yada, yada, yada. The list goes on. But it really begins with you, doesn't it?
Yes,
exactly.
That's what we say too. I think the best would be that you first fall in love with yourself.
That sounds almost conceited, but it's true.
Yes.
You should.
So to release all self-judgment of your character, or of your body, of your life, of your failures or successes, to release self-criticism, all the beliefs that put you down, that make you not like yourself. And most people, as you know, have so much of that. They might not voice it, but it's inside there. And it makes a big difference if you let that go, and if you don't even fall in love with you, but accept yourself, respect yourself. And when you respect yourself, you have a greater chance to be also respected by other people and to like yourself. And we always say, first to get your life back. Don't you find it attractive when you find a person that live their life purpose? They really have their own life. They know what they want. That's why they can tell you what they want.
And they're confident in that knowledge.
Yeah.
And that's a huge attraction.
That's massive attraction.
Many people have that. They're not happy, so they're looking for someone to make them happy. I'm not happy, but I love you so much, and you now make me happy. But don't you dare not make me happy. So it's much more, imagine you really love yourself, you are happy.
Right.
You can receive, but you're not so demanding, and you have more to give. It's different when you're a fulfilled person already. That was the feeling like when we met. I had the feeling where we're both really happy with our lives, and to quite a degree accepting, respecting ourselves. So mutually it clicked wonderfully. It's a different basis.
Fantastic. And you guys have been together for how long now?
11 years.
Wow.
Okay, there's still hope for us.
Yeah, of course.
Well, thank you so much, Heiko and Selina. If people wanted to find out more with regards to what you both do, what can they do or log on to? Or
To www.thepowerofreleasing.com.
thepowerofreleasing.com. Okay, we'll have that in our screens later on before we wrap up the show.
And just so everybody knows, they're actually based in Singapore.
Yes.
So it would be a good idea to log into the website first. But also, I think they are love gurus on what's called a single cruise Asia that's happening later this year. Now, just before we wrap up this conversation, I know a single cruise sounds a bit dodgy if you just, look at it like that. But tell us what it really entails.
Yes.
Well, in the singles cruise, we will be releasing with the singles the most common issues around why they're single.
Right.
And all these obstacles, beliefs about themselves, programming from family or friends or teachers, and it just piles on in the subconscious mind who they are, and to let all that go so that they get real and let all that beauty out, which is all layered upon by belief systems. So we're going to be releasing with them that and playing games with them so that they can see themselves in much clearer.
Right.
And also I will be presenting to, especially the ladies, as single women, what they could or should not do to attract the right mate, but leading to a longer-term relationship.
Okay,
there are certain rules,
There are a few rules. We'd like to talk to you about that. Unfortunately, our director's yelling in now here to tell us to wrap it up. So, thank you so much for being on the show with us.
Thank you,
Really.
Selina.
Thank you.
I'm almost changed. Now, we are going to go for a quick break so I can have a little private chat with these two, but we'll see you in 2 minutes to just wrap up the show.